Wait for it, guys. Wait for it, my friends. Alfred, Montaner. Guys, it's like I've seen this on Google Maps 1,000 times. 1,000 times. A lot of you guys know that I did a rib fishing playlist, and it was on a rib boat. And that rib boat was made by Nuova Jolly. And today we have the honor of coming in to the Nuova Jolly factory in Milan, Italy. And we're gonna walk with Theo, and he's gonna show us what they do. Wait for it.
Hey Alfred, welcome.
We are here.
Yeah.
You know, I was just telling him, Theo, that I've seen this property on Google Maps 10 times.
Yeah. Now you're here.
Yeah, and now I'm here.
Finally.
Okay, so, all right, let's let them know the backdrop. We just came from Cannes.
Yeah.
We were on the 50 prints. We did a sea trial.
Yeah.
I walked the whole show. I showed the walkthrough that we did of the 50 at Cannes. From there, we had to go to Genova in the 50.
Absolutely.
And now we're back in Milano.
Yeah.
And now you have a whole crew of people waiting for you in Genova because the show starts tomorrow.
Consider that half of the factory now is in Genoa, ready to set up everything for tomorrow, because tomorrow we have the first day in Genoa, which is our first show, really important for us in Italy.
Okay, so the Genova, that's like the rib boat capital of the world. That's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's the Super Bowl.
It's the place where all the big players for the inflatable boats are.
Okay, so we are here in the factory, and we're gonna go ahead and talk and show them a little bit about what's going on, because you have a team here. Let's start from tubes all the way to...
Why not?
Okay, I'm so excited. You have no idea. It's like a kid in a candy store.
Good.
All
so
right.
now we go nearby the place where we produce the tube, as we are still producing the tubes internally by ourselves.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the tubes. Okay. I see that you have Hypalon material here.
Yeah.
Okay. For those people that don't understand Hypalon or the characteristics of an inflatable boat, right? A lot of times people think, oh well, if I have this inflatable, it's gonna pop or this and that.
No.
Tell them a little bit about the difference between Hypalon and maybe other, like there's PVC and there's Hypalon.
Yeah.
Personally, because in hotter climates, I always recommend going Hypalon.
Absolutely.
So you guys use what Hypalon?
We use Orca from Penele Filippo, 1,670 Decitex, which is a very big thickness, and we do all the boat with the same one. So we don't make a smaller boat with a less thickness. We use only the top quality for all of them. What is good on the Hypalon? That you can always do a repair. This is what the people don't understand. PVC tube, if you make a cut, or if you destroy something's nearby a joint, you will never repair it. This is the big difference. So, more durability, especially under the sun, because the PVC, it's a plastic material that becomes soft. But this is already a rubber.
Yeah.
This is rubber, so it's very, very good for producing the boat, because we can have boat even 30 or 40 years old. We have sometimes old boat like this that comes in the factory for refitting. 30,
yes.
And the tubes are like new.
Absolutely.
Tubes are like new. PVC, every 4 or 5 years you are obliged to replace them.
Okay, so can you tell us some of the procedure? Like he's gonna have some end cones, the baffles in between the dividers of the actual tubes.
Okay.
Can you explain a little bit about that?
Okay. First of all, we cut the tubes from the rolls. So we have the shape that are over there. Okay. You see on the wall we have all the shape.
So you have all your templates.
Yeah, exactly. Now the guys are preparing some internal diaphragms.
Okay.
So what we are doing is to cut this circle to create the diaphragms. This is a diaphragms that you can see on the table. It's a diaphragms that separate the chamber. So every boat can have minimum 4 or 9 or 10, depending the size of the boat. We can have different number of chamber, and this is the way how we build the chamber.
Just so give them a visual. Let's go over here real quick because I want them to understand this. Okay, guys. So when he means a diaphragm, see right here, there's a separation in here between this baffle and the next one
is there.
Right here. Okay? So technically, if you deflate this part of the tube, nothing's going to happen to anything here or any of the other ones.
Yeah.
It isolates.
And this is isolate, and this is what you have inside.
So just put, exactly. That's it.
It's in that place.
And when you want to know the number of baffles,
just count this.
this crease, that's right. And you'll see another one over here. And then you have an actual valve here to fill. All right, it's super important. A lot of people think that you lose one chamber for some reason and everything is just gonna
Absolutely
deflate.
no.
And the perception that sometimes if you deflate the tube, you're gonna sink. That's
Impossible.
not gonna. It's a boat, guys.
Yeah.
It's exactly a boat. It's on the bottom. The boat is floating on its own bottom, which is
We just
hard bottom.
add, as you said, and we always say, we just add an life jacket on our boats.
Yes.
So we double the safety.
Yes.
This is what we do.
Okay, so he's making more baffles now.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
And if you notice, he's got, this is just another piece of Hypalon.
Yeah, it's an old piece of Hypalon. They are doing just some templates now. They are preparing recovering this material to make some new templates.
Yes. Okay, and then we didn't show the templates earlier, but this is how you have them. What you do is you put them on the table.
Yeah.
You cut.
We cut by hand.
By hand.
Yeah, and then in the next table, they do the gluing of all the parts. You can see already a tubes.
Okay, so this is a completed tube. This is a big boy right here. This is a big.
Yeah.
This is a big boy.
This is a 33 feet. I mean, yes, 33 cc.
Okay, so you have a 33 footer, and it's got some. This is what would be considered carbon fiber white Hypalon.
Yes, yeah.
Penel.
Penel, yes.
Or Orca.
Orca.
866 is what I kind of say.
Exactly, 866.
866 the thickness. So you use 866 even for smaller boats?
Yeah, all the boats.
Okay, so 828 would be a little bit thinner.
But we don't use.
Yeah, you only go big boy stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's awesome. Okay, then you have your gluing table.
Exactly. This is gluing preparation for the stripes, internal stripe for reinforcement.
Okay.
Because all the joint of the tubes are reinforced by inside, internally reinforced.
We can show that on that one that he has there that he's making the templates with, right?
Yeah.
So when he says the reinforcements,
it means that there is a double layer. Over this, they will add another stripes all around.
Yes.
This is the reinforcement. Especially you can see if we go here, I go inside. This is the joint.
yeah.
Okay. Internally, the guys, before closing the tube, they add another stripes. You see it's marked here a little bit.
Yeah, you see the indentation there.
So we have another stripes internal that cover the joint.
Yes.
So we double the safety.
So your seams are almost fail-proof, right? Because they're doubled up.
Yeah.
So, and then what happens in PVC tubes, since they're heat welded, right? With heat, the actual hot sun will inflate the tubes, and then those heat welded PVC tubes will come undone.
Yeah.
And then once that happens, it's very difficult to fix, if not impossible.
Here, it's always possible to reglue without
with Hypalon.
Yeah, with Hypalon. Yes.
So make that consideration, guys, whenever you're buying a rigid inflatable or any type of inflatable, right? You gotta make the decision based on the environment you're in. If you're in a hotter environment, I definitely recommend. Okay,
Hyperlon.
so you don't have any boats that you guys make lifelines or anything like that with, right? Like the ropes on the sides or anything like that. You don't, but you can, right?
Yeah.
If somebody wanted like a custom, you know,
We do.
you can do it from scratch. And then you have a selection of colors.
Yeah.
Do you have the Orca color thing upstairs that we can show them maybe later?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, because I'm sure a lot of customers at the boat shows will tell you, hey, listen, I want this boat
We
with
have
this color.
we have different colors to show.
Okay, guys, look at the Hyperlon. There's Hyperlon here for days. I mean, this stuff is extremely expensive. Hyperlon is extremely expensive. Okay, so this is a tube that you're using.
We have used this for a prototype boat.
Okay,
It's a 30 feet. I will show you later the final product. This was just used as a template boat.
okay, so that table had to become a 50-foot table recently because
Yeah.
it looks like this was added, guys, because of the 50-footer.
Yeah, exactly. We increased the
The
dimension.
50-foot tube needed to go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so
Let's go here.
all right, we got some inflatable boats, guys.
So here the guys are preparing the hull. We receive the hull from our suppliers, and then the guys start to fit all the hinges, bonos, hooks, etc., fuel tank, everything is set up before installing the tube.
Okay, so all your tubes are glued on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you
The
explain to them and show them? Maybe we can show this
Okay.
while it's actually happening. This is
Yeah,
a perfect,
okay. This is
perfect
something-
scenario.
Yeah. This is the second step practically, because the first step is to glue completely the tubes over the fiberglass. So all those area where the tubes is touching the fiberglass are glued together.
Okay.
Then what we are doing now is to add stripes in order to reinforce. By the way, the tubes, as you can see, it's already glued.
Yeah.
So the stripes that they are going to add is just a reinforcement. So if you're gonna lose these stripes or you have some issue on these stripes, no worries. The tubes is already glued on the boat.
It's gonna be still on there.
No need that.
That tape is just additional coverage.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is a good time to start talking about your whole design, right? Because we're right here.
You see the deep V?
Oh, it's knife. It's a knife. I mean,
and this is only a 6.5 meter.
a 6.5 meter boat.
Yes, it's a 22 feet.
22 foot boat. And what's this one here, Till?
This is a 850.
An 850.
Yeah, this is a 26 foot.
And you guys see, and they're working it. All right. So, tubes cut. They're already about to install the tapes.
It's coming, it's coming.
All right. So, okay. So I have never even known about something. I only know this right now because we were discussing it in the car.
Yeah.
Naumatech. Tell me about this brand. I didn't know about this brand that you guys own.
Yeah, it's a brand that was very popular for the yacht tender,
Okay.
especially with jet. And so we bought the brand years ago, and now we are preparing and making new models by ourselves, keeping the name because this brand was very well known on the yacht.
Tender market?
Yes, tender market. So normally comes with a jet. So we have our jet engine inside with a jet propulsion. This is now electric version because all the world is now going a little bit in this segment. So we prepare with a new Mercury Avatar, a kind of rib for tender with electric engine.
So listen, I'm a fan of electric. I won't give up my outboard yet, but I do like the flexibility of, especially on smaller engines, right?
Yeah.
You don't have carburetor issues, gas issues. You drop
Just
a
turn the
battery.
keys.
Yeah. Drop a battery, turn the key, guys.
And by the way, with the Naumatech brand, also we have bigger tender.
Okay.
And for example, this that was normally prepared to be a tender is now a racing boat. I'll show you.
All right. Wow. Nova Jolly's got a racing boat. All right, guys. And this is the Namatech
Yes,
racing
Namatech
version.
800R.
800R.
Yes.
Okay. So
These already won last year the Italian Touring Cup.
it's actually a champion boat.
Yeah, exactly. Now is the second season, and we are gonna see what's gonna happen. We already did a pre-race. We are at the time at the second position, so everything will be decided end of October with the last two race.
And you ran it with this particular setup here, the Mercury.
Yeah, this is the engine.
Okay.
Now we are adding some modification. We are preparing a new little bracket.
To make it faster.
Yeah, we want to make some modification to the bracket to make the engine works better.
Okay, so now we're getting into some boats that are actually getting to the point, they're not completely finished.
Yeah, this we are just need to finalize some installation and the boat is ready.
How many boats did you take to Genova?
To Genova we have 8 boats.
8 boats. So you essentially cleared
Yes, because
right before the show.
Yeah, because the production is normally 15, 16 boats per times. Every
Okay.
times we have 15, 16 boats. Now half of them are in Genova.
Okay, so what model is this right here?
This is the Prince 24 Exclusive. It's a brand new model. We start the production in October 2023. So 1 year, less than 1 year.
What's
It's a new model.
What's new about it? What's different?
It's completely different. The deck.
The deck.
Deck, console, leading post. Everything's a new project.
So it was something that your customers were actually asking you
Looking
about?
for, yes.
Okay, all right, guys. So the market is the market. I see you have a bow locker here on the front.
Yeah, there is the electric winch inside there. There's an electric winch. You have storage. You see, everything's is covered by EVA 9 millimeters.
Yes.
This is very good material.
And what I like about a lot of your boats, because I've had your boats, and I still have one of them, right? Their lockers are huge. They're very big.
Big space.
Very big, guys.
Yeah,
so if
yeah.
you're gonna go scuba diving, or I mean,
You always need space, especially when you have people on board. Everybody carries some bags, so you need space. This is the 30 Exclusive. The tube we saw before, that was a template, a
Yes.
prototype,
Yes.
was used to create the shape of this boat. This is a 30 feet.
now all your
You can see one of these in the boat show in Genova floating. You can test one.
okay,
you
so
can try
you're
one.
gonna have this on a sea trial, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you say makes the Nuova Jolly brand different, right? From if somebody's in the market for an inflatable boat, obviously you guys have been in the market in the business since the 70s, 60s, 70s, right?
Yeah.
You're with
Long
your
time.
dad.
Yeah.
Eventually, the whole. I mean, your brother's here running the production, right?
Yeah.
So what would you say makes you guys different?
The best things that, of course, and I'm sure we have, are the hulls. The hull of our boat are not performing that much in speed, but in seaworthiness. They are very dry in navigation. You can have a lot of comfort, especially with rough sea. This is what for us is important, because at the end, the people that wants to use a boat and they use for navigate between the island or in the Mediterranean, or in any case out of the clear water. So you go out.
It's rough. It's scary.
Exactly. So you must have a good hull on your bottom. This is very important.
And if you want to go fast, guys, buy the Namatech.
If you want to go fast, or you buy the Namatech, or in any case you just go with their full throttle, because the boat, for example, this boat
Yeah.
is with a twin 250 horsepower. It goes at 54 knots. It's not that low the speed.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe with the same power you can have maybe someone that goes over 60. We don't want to give the maximum speed to our customers. We want to offer them safety seaworthiness and comfort.
Okay, so what would you tell somebody, because we're getting now to something that's a little bit different, right? Because it looks like we already have a head or some more space.
Yes,
in
there
this.
is a cabin.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, in the Prince 30, you have a VC room inside there. You can use like a storage or a place to change your swimwear. This is very nice, especially when you have women on board. They want to change this.
Absolutely, yes.
It's perfect. And this 33cc, that I think you already saw one of them in Fort Lauderdale last year.
And this is what he
33cc
and guys,
has a cabin inside.
it looks. I mean, I don't know if the camera is going to do justice. You might as well just cut whatever is in front of you, because. And we'll get a little bit
go
closer. Yeah, we'll get up on the ladder real quick so you guys can see a little bit of what's going on. And we will be showing these at the shows, guys. So if you guys subscribe.
We have one in the water for sea trials.
Okay, so let's just say somebody's in the market for a rigid inflatable boat, but they're still not there yet. And all of a sudden, they come across Nuova Jolly and they're comparing a rigid inflatable to an actual, let's go down. Okay. So they're comparing it to a regular boat as opposed to an inflatable. What would you tell them? Like what would you tell them? I would tell them just drive them. Drive both.
Drive the boat. Before choosing, drive the boat. Because if you drive an inflatable boat, especially the one that has a very nice hull like we have, of course your mind will change. Because you will see how safe they are, how you can stay, for example, at the anchor dock without having the boat that moving so much. Because the tubes, if they are placed correctly, they work very well and they keep the boat in balance. So you don't need any seakeeper or system like this on our boat.
And you could put multiple people on the boat.
And you can have
because
more or less double people on board.
The buoyancy changes, the rating for the boat is actually much higher.
Absolutely, with inflatable it's much higher.
Much higher. So if you guys are looking to go ahead, and that's why a lot of big yachts use rigid inflatables as their tenders, because they're able to put a lot more people and a lot more weight on there as well. Yeah. Okay, well, what do we got here? We got another boat here. So what's this here?
This boat unfortunately got an accident on the road.
Oh.
One truck hit the engine, destroy the engine, and destroy a little bit the boat also on the trailer. Not big damage for the hull, just some scratch.
Yeah.
But consider that the boat fell down from the trailers. so
it's
strong enough.
Listen, I have a story.
It's strong enough.
So on my 18-foot Nuova Jolly, somebody rear-ended me. They fell asleep, slowing down on the turnpike in Miami. He rear-ended me, destroyed my trailer.
Oh my God.
Hit the back of the boat. I looked at the boat. I called a tow truck company and I said, can you drop it in the water? So we dropped it from the flatbed onto Black Point Marina, where I actually filmed my famous chit show at Black Point. I was there and I told my friend, listen, I think I can use this boat without a problem. I'm gonna go fishing. Can you fix it before I come back? And just leave it here. My friend, he welded it up, he cut it, got the thing, and I went back and I got the biggest wahoo of my life. The biggest, by myself. I was so upset that I said, I'm gonna go, and I was fighting the day. Sometimes the day is just, and I said, I'm gonna go on my Nuova Jolly.
And this was a good day.
Yeah, my propeller was a little bent, but I fixed it afterwards.
No worries.
And no worries.
This is a 24-feet cabin. Also, this one is a little refitting.
So speaking of cabins, right? When we were on the 50-footer, so that had a massive cabin.
Yes. This is only a 24-foot boat.
This is a 24-foot boat.
Yeah. And already has a cabin, very nice, with 2 berths, for people that want to sleep on board weekend or just for a week.
Now you guys are doing all your electrical here, everything as far as anything but lamination.
About lamination, no lamination, everything else is done here.
Okay. So tell me a little bit of the lamination process of, are you guys infusing your boats? Are you hand laminating the boats?
No, we are still laminating by hands.
Okay, hand laminated?
Only the Prince 50 and the 45 are with infusion.
Okay, so the big one.
Yeah, just to save weight.
Okay.
On this type of boat, you don't need to reduce too much the weight.
And here you have some of your...
Console preparation.
I was telling him when I started, I have that rib fishing series that I got that Wahoo on. You guys made a rigid inflatable boat meant for fishermen.
Yes, the NG 700 XL. Especially made for fishermen. And it's very well equipped. You can have T-top, rod holders everywhere. Also, we normally used to have like a motor guide in the front to keep the position. You can add some GPS, especially echo sounder with the 1 kilowatts of echo sounder. So we normally used to equip very well this type of boat because are bought by professionals. So people that is not just going for fish a day, but they do tournament of fishing. And they love now to stay on the boat, especially on the inflatable boats, because they are more stable.
Absolutely. So you don't need like a gyro or anything like that?
No, you don't need that.
Okay, guys. So just so you guys know, right here, this boat right here could literally go in the water, right? If they wanted to.
Yeah.
And they can take it right now as is with all this damage.
As it is.
Right?
With all the damage.
And they could still run it. The only difference is the water's going to flap a little bit on the sides because there's no structure in the actual tubes.
Yeah.
So
I'll show you, by the way, I'll show you.
The ribs are actually different, are extra.
I want to show you one boat that we are producing now for the Italian army.
Okay.
It's the gray one, which is basically made on the hull and bottom and deck of the NG 700 XL, the one that we use for fish.
Okay, so this is the same.
But this is the same layout, but of course with totally different equipment. This is equipped, will be equipped for the army, so it will have a special.
So that fishing one is for this particular hull.
Yes, same hull, same deck, change the equipment.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and look at this because we like rib fishing, and I think if the Italian army did their research on what boat would be good for them, now it's good for me too.
They bought this after testing.
Yes.
We arranged sea trials with them, and after they test the boat, they have ordered last year 16 units.
Okay.
And now we are gonna add some more.
Okay. First impression is, wow, it's a big beam.
Very big. Yeah.
What's the beam on this particular rib boat?
Inside is 2 meters.
Okay, guys, this is a monster. So
you see from the back.
Yes, absolutely. And the diameter of these tubes are massive. All right, let's go ahead and see. He's actually putting the tapes on. Maybe we can show that too. Yeah,
we'll go over there.
Here's the tapes, guys, so you guys can see what's going on. And this glue is you got to work it quick. All right, so this is, and then you have, okay. So right now they're gonna have their own layout for the military.
Yeah.
Now you would have a fish box. What would you have on the fishing version of this?
There are lockers with isolation.
Okay.
So you can put ice for when you catch some fish. Yes. You want to look at that?
Yeah, absolutely. I want them to see what's going on here. Okay, guys. As he was saying earlier. You see how they're lining up everything? They're putting it right on the tape. Now, he's actually rolling it by hand, making sure that it's nice and tight.
Doing the pressure.
There's no air bubbles or anything, which is great to see. Now, on my particular Nuova Jolly, since a lot of times people say, oh, what about a hook and this and that?
Nothing.
it won't really do anything. But to be extra safe, I ended up putting a second skin or another layer of Hypalon over this one on the backside where I usually fish. So what I did, I made a design from here that way so that if I'm gaffing a mackerel or something,
you don't have any issue.
Yes. If you have a piece of Hypalon and you have a screwdriver and we hit it so they can see, guys, I guarantee you there's no one in this place.
Let's go.
That would be able to get just any piece of 866. It could be an old piece.
Yeah.
I want you guys to see this because.
Ciuffo, dammi un pezzo di tessuto. Dammi un pezzo di tessuto.
And on my channel, guys, I've run over Hypalon tubes. Here.
Look at that.
Which one? We can. Yeah. Hold on. Go do it again so they can see it. Okay. Now look at this, guys. Get right here. We don't want to mess up this good Hypalon, right? You can look at my hand. Okay.
It's just a scratch. Nothing else.
There it is. Now, you tell me, how are they going to get? Let me see if I can show them the thickness of this. Right? That's what 866 Orca Hypalon is, right?
Yeah.
He marked it there so they don't use that piece.
Yeah.
Okay? So, very important. I did it with a screwdriver on my channel years ago, and I actually ran over some tubes, right? We put over there in Miami. Well, in Hialeah, we ran it over. We got a set of tubes like this that were takeoffs.
Yeah.
And we got one of our buddies that wanted to be crazy, and we ran over the tubes. We ran them over with the car. Yeah, with the car. The car went boom, boom, boom,
I
boom,
thought
boom,
I saw this.
Yeah,
I saw this in your channel.
Okay, yes. And the reason
Years
I did,
ago.
yeah, the reason I did that is because I wanted people to see how strong Hypalon is.
Yeah.
And it's one thing to say it, and one thing is to experience it. When you run it over, it was like, okay, now I understand why it is what it is.
By the way, the tubes are normally, we suggest a pressure of 0.2 bar. That means 200 millibar. But here at the factory, we test them at 300 millibar. So there's a big difference. You will see them, how strong they are.
Okay, another thing I did on my channel, right, years ago, I went ahead and I got a compressor. I locked the valve in, and I left it on, until it popped, right? But it was so much, it took so much for it to pop. So
over 1 bar pressure.
Guys, listen, my compressor, it was impressive. I did that to show that there's no way that somebody can overinflate an original inflatable by hand.
No, impossible.
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 You can never overinflate it. You can do it, but you can kick and you can do whatever you want.
No, absolutely.
Can you tell me a little bit about the valves that you're using now?
We are using different type of valves depending the boat.
Okay.
Here there are some stainless steel valves. Those are internally made.
You make them?
Yeah, my brother has a machine to make them.
I was gonna say, where are you getting these? I haven't seen these. We're gonna have to talk off camera.
It's not here, it's in another place.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to talk off camera with Dale.
Then
I might have to take a couple things back to Florida.
And then we also use some standard valves.
Yes.
Standard one.
Yes, which is what we'll see in the States as well.
Yeah.
All right, is there anything that they need to see outside or anything on the production side of what you guys are doing, right? Because you got to run to the show. I don't want to tie you up anymore. Is there anything else that they need to see? Because if not, what we'll do is I gotta go. Well, my wife is with me here, first of all, guys. So I have to take her around Milano and do the Milano things, right? And then I'm gonna be in Genova tomorrow. So we'll see you over there. And
Yes,
we'll
see you tomorrow. By the way, don't forget 11:30 to be at our stand because we will make the presentation of the new logo and 2 brand new models that we are launching in the market.
Which
So
are?
see you there.
So, yeah, you didn't tell me that in con.
No,
Hey,
that's a surprise for today.
all right. So everybody in the factory is going to be gone?
Yeah, they are ready to go because we have to finish everything's in Genoa. So the afternoon will be made in Genoa.
Everybody's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, good, guys. I know where I'm going to be then.
You must be there.
No, I'm going to be here.
Tomorrow.
Guys, Alfred Montaner making a scene. As always, I want to thank Dale and the whole crew here at Nuova Jolly.
Thank you.
It was awesome.
Thank you very much.
You'll see the videos that we did with the 50. Check it out. And you'll see the videos that we did in Cannes. And now I'll link the videos that we're going to do in Genoa.
In Genoa, yes.
Guys,
See you, bye-bye.
all right, guys, we're out of here. We're out of here. Boom. For sure, this is the biggest catamaran I've ever seen, without a doubt.
So this is a 56-foot boat. It's going to be powered with quad 600 Mercuries. This boat came out of the mold weighing about 12,000 pounds, and for what it is, it's relatively light. So we're expecting the performance on this boat to be really good.